Spit it out, then.
They've set off.
About time I met this variable.
You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between that land and NOD-KRAI. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you? That actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came up—
In that case, probably when my sensors could no—
The moon? You mean, that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Here we are. Paimon, traveler, we have arrived.
Oh, my...
Paimon, traveler, welcome to NOD-KRAI.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead!
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial...
Oh! Sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties! Huh? Is something up,
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Ether and I first arrived in Teyvat.
Huh? Are you sure? But...
Well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Ether waking, but just now, setting foot on this land. I felt something.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
What now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found on... That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is... Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier... Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here?
NOD-KRAI is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline. Negative. Description still...
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. After all, let's just do what we've always done and keep searching as we explore.
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing that your spaceship's here and not...
Like we've crossed another... boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. Well, as the best guide in the whole of Teyvat, NOD-KRAI, here we come!
Bring it!
It just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or...
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road, and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Teyvat looks kinda like a Sealy.
That is a Kuhanki, a species unique to the land of
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do...
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the Kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although NOD-KRAI lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the seven.
Wow! So the origin of their belief?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies in the sing.
Is this a travel guide? Huh.
Are there any particular points of interest?
Oh, it all looks pretty interesting to Paimon.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty. From there,
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't... Town actually looks pretty big from here.
which aspects in particular deviated from your expectation?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe NOD-KRAI as an adventure.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in NOD-KRAI's past. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fais. This individual performed many good deeds for NOD-KRAI. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory.
What happened?
There came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across NOD-KRAI, and for a time, heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fais extinguished their light, just as the abyss. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration. And today, no official authority governs NOD-KRAI. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish, and become whoever they want to be. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's Central Plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over there? You know...
That is Aino's Boom and Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be malfunctioning.
The wild hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to NOD-KRAI?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an if you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog?
You're saying people...
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer. But the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
Huh. When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only...
Absolutely. Aino is very... Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over...
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Barca waiting. Well, Paimon's not sure if he'll actually show up at the bar this... You're right about that.
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right?
No matches identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never did. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is true, Varka's drinking.
Huh? Well, well. If it isn't the...
Hello there, Demyon.
You know each other?
Of course! Inefa's a regular here at the flat.
So, robots are into booze too?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natland, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berry.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Inefa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more... I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natland, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned.
Yep, that's up. So, from the sounds of it, you must be a...
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay...
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprising how...
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of NOD-KRAI. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to...
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance.
Whoa! That's so generous of him! We might not have met yet, but Paimon's...
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Inefa. That was
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use this time to go pick up some components that I know.
Sure thing. Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for a stroll ourselves.
Oh. So you no longer...
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too...
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see I...
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food. Huh? But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? Though, you mean it's got something to do with NOD-KRAI's history? Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's... Oh, sorry about that.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If it...
In the room next ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz, but
Whoa, that's...
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past.
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
What a rare honor it is to meet such world...
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare.
Oh, So you're here.
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of NOD-KRAI, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole
Burial grounds?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the... But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss.
I thank you for your concern. Truth, I've long since grown used to it.
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she's still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For what?
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on... Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you'll understand, a lanternless...
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't keep you...
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much need...
Right.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you...
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be all that time he spent his lantern. No, not really. You mean, Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next time we cross paths. Hey, don't you start spouting all that weird stuff too.
Our drink recommendations?
Paimon almost forgot some things. Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, getting all the way back to the flagship, feels like...
Please, accept A's boon. Come night or day, may the lens of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
What's going on over there? Free food? Wow! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super cute.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing if you're wandering.
the birds and the...
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by,
Happy to oblige. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the Traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food.
think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is...
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar, not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for as perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. We believe that together, virtue and now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into NOD-KRAI, driven by greed and greed alone, more than ever before, we...
Look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions.
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over here!
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare...
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guest.
You hear that? No slacking now. We'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness...
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then...
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Tch, whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat?
Those stooges really...
Ever since they came to NOD-KRAI with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably at the...
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions, I thank you. Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves, just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. You will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave. May we meet again in the moon's gentle glow.
These are delicious! So refreshing! Looks like Anefa isn't done with her shopping yet, and the Adventurers Guild is still empty. Where should we head next? Good idea! Wouldn't want to let the... let's see... Okay. This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit This is the Speranza. This is the Vesnici Prolicha greenhouse. Apparently, their flowers are all made of metal. And this is the Rossum workshop. If you ever need and over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. Whoa! Take a look that way's north, and that looks like something built by the Fatui? And then over there to the west, So, what'd you think? Even if Anefa kinda stole her limelight earlier, this just goes to prove that... Hey, come on! Would it kill you to compliment Paimon? Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now. There's already looks like we'll finally be able to ask about yours. Oh, or where? Which one are you... Oh. Now you mention it, Paimon's noticed it too. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Either the Adventurers Guild, or that suspicious-looking shop. A word of warning, though.
Just what will we come across?
Utensils at the ready.
Probably ask someone else.
Lucky us! The line seems to be gone now. Come on, let's go say hi to Catherine. Hey, Catherine! We meet again!
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person?
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A harbinger?
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was but we are in NOD-KRAI now. And as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise...
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring...
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because NOD-KRAI lacks a ruler at present, that...
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. So why don't you start, and, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to NOD-KRAI, Dominion of the Fatui.
Ugh! Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be... But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that could only mean one thing. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How may I help? I will do everything I can.
Oh, you're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us
Ad Astra Abyssosque. What?
Please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the group. Oh dear. Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 110% real, meaning every one of my deals is as real as a deal can... Wait a minute. Well, if it isn't my... And with no small thanks to your munificent... Come. How could you just sneak into NOD-KRAI like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier, I would have made an absolute pulled out all the stops.
Thank the Archons we didn't tell you.
Oh, come now. You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously above board I am when it comes...
Well, regardless of whether that's true or not, the main issue here is that we had no...
A clever merchant always has a backup plan. Or two, or three up their sleeves. As the saying goes, a rabbit with many burrows fears not the hunters. And since you're both here in NOD-KRAI, would you care for some of my finest local souvenirs? Whatever you're looking for, I have it. Or if it's Sumeru you're missing...
We literally just arrived. Do we look like we're on the hunt for tourists?
My. Your high-minded tastes never cease to impress. In that case, I know just...
What's that? Your hat?
Information, of course. Information about NOD-KRAI. Locked securely in the otherwise impenetrable vaults of the Lord Sangama Bay's brilliant mind. I knew it! I just knew you'd appreciate the value of my wares. On the back of all our pleasant dealings in the past, I'll even take a hit by throwing in some insider info for free.
Wow. You sure are feeling...
What do you mean by uncharacteristically? I am the most generous... The moment I set up shop in NOD-KRAI, it struck me how many different factions there were, all competing against each other for power and influence. Things got even more turbulent after the Fatui pulled down 2 ancient moon's remnants. People began to catch a whiff of the coming chaos. And the more troubled the water...
Not at all sorry to interrupt, but we're not here for Mora.
Oh, really? But surely it was the tales of an adventurer's paradise that brought you here. The chance to take... In that case, what would you like to know about? The Frost Moon Scions? You mean the people who believe in the Moon Goddess? They're not a bad bunch. Still, things between them and the Fatui have gotten pretty tense. It's only a matter of time before the powder keg goes boom. And when that happens, that's when business will start. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Sooner or later, you'll no doubt end up doing business with some other merchants in NOD-KRAI. And someone's bound to mention, listen to my advice. Do not, under any circumstances, go there, no matter how much trouble you're in.
The Curatorium of Secrets? What do they get up to there?
Just a place that handles all kinds of disputes. But the owner will charge you an absolute fortune, and she has a temper to match. Nothing like your friendly neighborhood, Lord Sangama Bay.
You're not just saying that to stop your competition from undercutting you, right?
When did that little pipsqueak get so sharp? And after I gave them all that info for free just to win them over. What do you mean? Of course not. I'm only thinking about your wallet. I mean, on behalf of your wallet.
You're really not convincing anyone, you know.
All right. Business is a cutthroat business. But I'm not lying about that boss lady. Not only did she make it into my top 3 people not to mess with in NOD-KRAI, she's also in my top 3 people most eager to trade in favors.
Seriously? It feels like you're just bad-mouthing your rival now.
Fine. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves. We might both be from Sumeru, but compared to hers, my conscience is so large. Why, but when you realize what I'm saying is true, don't say that good old Lord Sangama Bay didn't warn you.
Bring it! Yep.
Hello. I was just about to start track.
Did you manage to get everything?
I did. What about you? Do you need
Not for now. We've seen most of it already. We probably need...
any progress with the spaceship?
No. Catherine came back just now, so we asked her, but even she hasn't...
One possible explanation is the vast stretch of time that has elapsed. Additionally, given the limited resources available in NOD-KRAI, it is entirely plausible that the wreck was scrapped for parts, or even mistaken for a...
Aw.
Understood. In that case, why don't we go ask Aino together? After all, she was the one who salvaged me, ancient dragon technology and all. If there really are any unusual parts floating around NOD-KRAI...
Good point. And since you keep mentioning her, we're curious to meet this whiz-kid
Understood. Then I'll handle navigation as before. ETA at the Clink Clink Krumkake.
Strike a pose! It's pouring out here! Oh, wait, the water levels aren't rising, are they?
over there! Let's go help it out! Huh? That's weird.
The tides of Kuvaki affect everything in NOD-KRAI. So much so that many creatures have evolved a kind of dependency upon it, growing stronger or weaker as it waxes and wanes.
So you're saying we need to use Kuvaki? Paimon, don't be scared! We'll get you out of there soon! Oh! It worked! Off you go now, little one. Don't go getting yourself caught again.
Time for a nap. Perfect weather. Perfect weather for a nap in the workshop.